Okay, everyone. Uh, Good evening. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rifat Waldana Syabulan, and today I will explain to you about chemical organic laboratory. For tugas awal, I will explain to you about the tools that we're gonna use. First of all, we have AS. What is AS? Atomic absorption spectroscopy is an analytical technique used to measure concentration of metal elements in a sample by detecting how much light is absorbed by free atom in the gaseous state. So we have a process stage. The sample is atomized using a flame or graphite furnace to produce a free atom. A light beam with specific wavelength to target element passes through the atom, and the instrument measures the absorbed light to calculate the metal concentration. As we know, we have the picture, and there is a radiation source, lens, atomized sample, lens, monochromator, and output is a detector. There's an important thing or tools in this IAS that called hollow cathode lamps. What is that? Hollow cathode lamps emit light at a specific wavelength, characteristic of the element being analyzed. When this light passes through the atomized sample, the atoms absorb part of the radiation. Hollow cathode lamp emits light at a specific wavelength, characteristic of the element being analyzed. When this light passes through the atomized sample, the atom absorb part of the radiation. Okay, next we have UV vis. What is that UV vis? Okay, UV vis, we can call a full name that is ultraviolet visible spectrophotometry. Okay, is a quantitative analytical technique used to determine the concentration of a substance in sample by measuring how much ultraviolet or visible light it absorbs. The method is based on the absorption of electromagnetic radiation by molecules, causing electronic transition between energy levels. Okay, we have a process stage always, light source to monochromator, a UV lamp for ultraviolet light, and a tungsten lamp for visible light produce radiation. The monochromator selects a specific wavelength needed for analysis. Interaction with sample. The selected light passes through the sample, usually in a cuvette. Some wavelengths are absorbed depending on the compound present. Detection or measurement. Detector measures the transmitted light, and the decrease in intensity corresponds to the amount of light absorbed by the sample. Notes: molecule absorb light at a specific wavelength, characteristic of their structure, producing an absorption spectrum. The absorbance is proportional to concentration according to the Lambert's law. Okay, we have light sources, lens, and grating wavelength sector, and then the light through the sample, and there's a detector. Okay, next. HTA. What is HTA? Simultaneous thermal analysis is a technique that measures both mass change and heat flow of a material at the same time as a function of temperature or time. It combines thermogravimetric analysis (TGA) and differential thermal analysis (DTA or DSC) in one instrument to study thermal stability and reaction. Okay, process stage as always, heating the sample. The sample is placed in a crucible and heated at a controlled rate inside a furnace under specific atmosphere. Simultaneous measurement, TGA part measure change in a mass, decomposition, evaporation, or DTA measure heat absorbs or release, endothermic specifically. Data recording. The instrument records curve of mass versus temperature, heat flow versus temperature, showing thermal events like melting, decomposition, phase change, or oxidation. Notes: STA is a technique that measures both mass change and heat flow of a material at the same time as a function of the temperature or time. It combines TGA and DTA in one instrument to study thermal stability and reaction. As we can see the graph of this STA. So it combines a DSC or DTA with TGA. Okay, next. The last one we have FTIR. What is that? FTIR, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, is used to identify functional groups in a substance by measuring how much infrared light the sample absorbs. When the infrared radiation hits a molecule, bonds inside it vibrate, stretching or bending. Each type of bond absorbs specific ER frequencies, so the absorption pattern can be used to determine the chemical structure. Process stage, ER light generation and modulation. The instrument produces infrared light and send it through interferometers, which splits and recombines the beam to create measurable signal. Process stage: sample absorption. The ER beam passes through the sample. Molecular bonds absorb specific frequencies that match their vibration. And then spectrum formation: the detectors records the signal and a Fourier transform converts into an ER spectrum used to identify functional groups and chemical bonds. Notes: in an FTER instrument, the infrared beam first enters a Michelson interferometer. This device splits the beam into two paths using mirrors, then recombines them to produce an interference signal. After passing through the sample, the detected signal is converted to an ER spectrum using mathematical process called the Fourier transform. The spectrum shows peaks that correspond to different molecular bonds. As we can see, there's an example picture of the FTER. Okay, next. So this is reference that I use. So yep, next one. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for listening. I hope I speak and I explain very clearly. That's all from me. Thank you.